If you hear music in the background, that's my upstairs neighbors. They are both musicians and yeah, they're practicing right now. So I hope that it's not too distracting. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded a video. The weeks before Christmas have been so crazy. I'm an introvert, so December usually is a very exhausting month for me. With it being kind of like the month of social interactions. So yeah, let me know if you can relate. But I hope you had lovely holidays. I celebrated Christmas Eve with my family and then spent 2.5 days with my boyfriend and his family at their vacation house in the mountains. He's actually still there, but I decided to go home a day early just because I needed a bit of time to myself to recharge my batteries. But luckily, I still have 1.5 more weeks of vacation before I gotta go back to work. So enough time to rest and recharge and get ready for the new year, which, speaking of, is exactly what I want to do today. Before we get into planning for 2024, I first want to take some time to reflect on the year just gone. And to do that, I will be using the free Unravel Your Year workbook by Susanna Conway. If you enjoy planning and setting intentions, then you will love me for giving you this tip because this workbook is completely for free. All you gotta do is subscribe to Susanna's newsletter. I'm gonna put a link in my description to her website so you can download your workbook and plan with me. But yeah, I will take some time now to go through the workbook and reflect on my year 2023. And if you want to, feel free to pause the video here, go download and print out your own workbook, and then we can meet back here and I will share with you some of my key takeaways.
Don't close your eyes. Wait until the night is over. I'll show you paradise, but hang on just a little longer. I will be yours, you will be mine. Let it unfold, and let us intertwine. So don't close your eyes just yet.
One of the main highlights for me this year is that I started doing acro yoga in April, which is a combination of partner yoga and acrobatics. I'm gonna insert a picture here as an example. Acro yoga has been challenging me physically and mentally in the best way. I have become so much more courageous because of this weekly practice, because every week I get challenged to try new things that I never thought were possible for me. I also love how playful it is and how it fosters trust both in my own abilities but also in the people that I'm practicing with. And let me tell you, the sore muscles I get the next day after practice, maybe not such a highlight. But definitely another highlight for me this year was that I started this YouTube channel. This has been a dream of mine for such a long time, but I only now worked up the courage to actually open up the channel and upload my first video. I am so proud that I actually made this happen. And of course, my videos are not perfect. I'm still a beginner. Talking to the camera still feels so strange to me, but I'm still glad that I made this happen and I'm very excited to see where it will take me in the next year. I think the most important lesson that I learned this year is that it's never too late to start something new and that it's always better to start now instead of waiting for some perfect moment in the future, because that perfect moment when you feel totally ready and you think you have everything together to get started, that moment will probably never come. I think we often get so hung up that when we want to start something, we already want to be 10 steps ahead. Let's say maybe you want to start painting, but you think you can only start painting once you actually know how to paint. But the thing is, you develop those skills as you go. So it doesn't actually make sense to expect from yourself to already be somewhere where you cannot be yet, you know? Your first work that you produce is probably gonna suck. The first video that you make, the first painting that you make is probably not gonna look like that perfect image that you have in your head of what you would actually like to make. But just try to get past that and do it anyway. And this is not something that I realized once and now never struggle with ever again. No, I still struggle with self-doubt and perfectionism and imposter syndrome, but I'm just glad that I didn't let that hold me back from having some incredible experiences and achievements this year. So if you've been wanting to try something new but you don't feel ready, just start wherever you are with whatever you have and just push through the doubt and the insecurities, because I promise you, you will be so proud when you look back in a year on all the progress you've achieved. Okay, now let's take a deep breath, say goodbye to 2023 and welcome in that fresh, new 2024 energy. I mean, I literally just told you not to wait for a new week, a new month, or a new year to start something new. But I cannot help but feel very excited about the start of the new year, because it does feel like getting a fresh start. And I just love this idea of the new year being like an unwritten book and you get to fill all the blank pages with your own story. And speaking of the new year being an untold story, I actually got a new planner for Christmas, which is the Inspired Stories Lifestyle Planner. What I really love about this planner is that it has a lot of space for both reflecting on and planning for the year ahead, every month and every week as well. To plan for the year ahead, I will use both my Unravel Your Year 2024 workbook and my Inspired Stories planner. The workbook is a bit more in depth. It has a bit more questions and prompts to plan for the year. So I'm gonna start with filling that out and afterwards transfer the most important takeaways to my planner so I can easily refer back to them throughout the year. The Unravel Your Year workbook always includes a prompt to come up with a word for the year ahead. And my word for 2024 is home. First of all, in a very matter-of-fact sense, I chose this word because I want to spend a lot more time at home in the new year, especially towards the end of 2023. I realized that I just totally overfilled my schedule. I had way too many obligations, and so I made some decisions already for the new year to just slow down and make a lot more time for rest. Also, if all goes as planned in the new year, we might be moving into a new home. There are still some uncertainties around this, so I don't want to give away too much, but that's also something that might be happening next year. And of course, home for me also includes all the people that I care about. I, of course, want to make them a priority again next year. Now, the Inspired Stories planner doesn't have a designated space where you could write down a word of the year. However, it does have 2 pages that are empty that are designed for what it says here, creating a mind map or adding inspirational photos, words, quotes, whatever. And I'm thinking of adding my word of the year, sort of like a title here in the top right corner, and then printing out inspirational photos and adding them to these pages to create like a vision board. Now, my printer doesn't produce the best quality pictures, so what I'm thinking is that I'm first going to research some images on Pinterest that I want to add to my vision board. And then I want to go into town because I know a shop that has a print station where you can print images off your phone. But let's first get started with researching some images on Pinterest.
Of my time. And I don't really break too easily, but I'm thought it would scare me to let you in, but I was paper thin. You saw right through me and I gave in. My mind was occupied and I was on a high. I could run forever to get a minute, just a minute of your time. If this is what it's like, I could get used to late nights dancing my place. I could get used to long drives, cab rides, your place. I could get used to me fighting just for the hell of it, and you putting up with it, 'cause you leave me to bits. Late nights dancing our place. I could get used to this, taking the good with the bad. Never had something like this. I'm so glad that I found it for you in the dark. Love on the weekend on repeat, we're just another cliche, but who cares anyway? I could get used to late nights dancing.
I just finished my 2024 vision board. I love how it turned out, and I'm so excited to use this as a kind of visual representation of my goals and my intentions for the year. And speaking of which, I thought we could end this video talking about goals for the new year. I thought I would share with you now the goals that I set for myself and some tips on goal setting in general. For the start of the new year, I decided to limit myself to a maximum of 5 goals. This might already be too much. I read somewhere that the ideal number of goals that you should set for yourself lies between 2 and 3 goals, but I think it really depends on what kind of goals they are. It depends on your schedule and how much time you have to dedicate to them. So for example, the first goal I set myself isn't even really a goal, but more an intention for the new year. I want to become more intentional with my time. There's so many things that interest me, so many hobbies, things to learn, but my time is limited and there's no way that I can just do everything. And I just ended up exhausting myself and just feeling like I had no time really for anything anymore that I wanted to do, because I was just rushing from one thing to the next. So I made the decision, first of all, to drop out of choir practice for the foreseeable future, just because that will free up an entire evening for me that I can spend doing other things, either just resting or working on my goals. It wasn't an easy choice. I really enjoy singing in the choir, but it was a choice I had to make. And when it comes to setting goals, there's actually 2 ways that you can go about. Neither of those is right or wrong. I think it just depends on what kind of person you are and what you prefer. And I'm actually using a mix of both. So the first way is to set very specific, very clearly defined goals, such as one of my goals is to read 1 book every month. I set a specific number of books instead of saying, for example, just I want to read more. I can probably some months even read 2 or more books if I have more time, but overall I thought that at least 1 book a month is something that I can probably do. My second goal is a more open goal. It is to improve my acro yoga skills, and I could have maybe defined a specific pose that I want to achieve or a certain skill that I want to achieve, but I deliberately didn't do that because I just want to give myself a bit more freedom to see where I want to go throughout the year and what I want to work on, because I really don't know that yet. However, to achieve that goal, I will have to work both on my strength and on my flexibility, and I want to make sure to do that consistently. So meaning that I want to do stretching ideally every day or at least several times a week, and I also want to do strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week. That's not really my goal though, because I'm not sure if I can really manage to do that every single week. I will just treat those as habits that I want to continue, because they kind of already are my habits, but I want to take them further and stay consistent with them. Similar to that, I also set another goal that I want to grow my YouTube channel. I could have also here defined a very specific goal, like let's say reach 1,000 subscribers or whatever, but the point is I'm still so early on in my channel that I don't even know what growth I can realistically expect. So What I really want to do is just stay consistent with my uploads. I'm aiming for 2 videos a month, but also here I didn't make that my goal because I'm aiming for that, but I'm not sure if I can actually achieve that every single month. It really depends also on how busy I am at work and other factors. I want to just upload as much as possible in order to grow my channel. My last goal is to improve my Swedish skills. If you don't know, I used to live in Sweden for about 1.5 years. I did a master's degree there, and I have a trip coming up to Sweden in early June next year, which I'm very excited for. I'm gonna see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time. They both speak Swedish, so I thought it would be really fun if I were able to have even just a basic conversation with them. In my mind, I'm thinking it would be nice if I could get to maybe a B1 level. The more I can do, the better. But that's kind of like my goal, because I have different courses that I can do. And I think the last course is the B1 course. So my goal is to finish all these and then, yeah, see how much time I have left to improve even further. There you have it. That's my plan for 2024. And if you want to, you can share with me in the comments your highlights from this year or your goals for the new year. I would really love to know what you're up to in the next year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a wonderful start into the new year, and I will see you very soon. Bye.